In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about what is forgiveness. How can forgiveness hold us back? Is forgiveness a good thing? And how do we actually implement forgiveness in a healthy way? Some people feel forgiveness is vital to really moving forward in your life, and I'll agree with that, but I differ a little bit in how the forgiveness happens and the definition of forgiveness. So in the next few videos, we'll explore what exactly is forgiveness, what is a healthy way to forgive, and how do you move forward in your life. So let's start out with the definition of forgiveness. So for me, and for the clients I work with, I find that many of us might want to jump ahead and say, oh, I forgive, it's over, I forget. Forgiveness is not forgetting. But in some ways, we'd almost rather jump ahead, forgive and forget. And that can really hold you back in life, because life tends to repeat if we don't learn the lessons. And from every tragic event, every thing that we've done, whether we're forgiving ourselves, we're forgiving a situation, or we're forgiving somebody else, there's a valuable lesson to learn. And if you jump ahead and just say, I forgive, and there's a forgetting attached to it, that can be a disempowerment statement. So what I'd like to help you with is explore the healing around forgiveness. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is about reclaiming the power that the terrible thing took from you. And that's what I want to explore. How do you reclaim that power that was taken from you and use it to launch a better life? What do I mean? You have to actually feel the pain and transform it for forgiveness to be complete. And that's the real question. Forgiveness is about getting the lessons that that negative event was offering you. Forgiveness be an empowering thing and not a skipping over the pain, forgetting where that negative event and that situation can happen again and again and again. So there's something called trauma-orienting reflexes. I know that sounds kind of scientific, but they basically talk about how do we engage the world around us to either repeat the negative past or heal the negative past. So understanding what trauma-orienting reflex was happening within you when that event occurred, when that person hurt you, when you made a mistake and you need to forgive yourself, is really vital to the forgiveness process. Extremely vital to that forgiveness process. So what do I mean by that? So sometimes we orient to people in a way that encourages them to react in a way that could hurt us. We don't appropriately arouse to who that person is in the situation. In essence, what I'm saying is we think they're safe when they're not safe, or we think they're not safe when they are safe, and then we can create crazy making in your life. So in this lesson, I want you to explore what was the trauma-orienting reflex. Did you think something was safe and it wasn't? Did you trust too much? Or were you so hyper-aroused, were you so fearful that you created a negative situation that doesn't serve you? So I want you to first feel in the body and understand what is your baseline here. Kind of breathe through the upper chakras, mid chakras, and the lower body. Just see how you feel now. And then I want you to think about that thing you want to forgive. Who is it that you want to forgive? I'll pick myself for today. I have some family members I need to forgive. I definitely have to forgive myself for not being more in my power and letting myself be mistreated. So find out what it is that you need to forgive. And then once you've discovered what you want to forgive, in that situation, did you trust too much? Did you not see the danger? Or did you know there was danger and you just didn't have the power to do anything about it? Maybe you were a kid and somebody could have come in to help you, but they didn't. And you were too young to really take care of yourself. And then write that down. Once you know whether you were hypo-aroused, meaning you under-reacted to the situation, or hyper-aroused, overreacted to the situation, or whether you froze and collapsed because you just didn't have the power to the situation. Kind of think about what that was about and how did that make you feel in your life? What negative beliefs came with that? So I want you to feel where it is held in the body. What were the unhealthy trauma-orienting responses? Did you overreact, underreact, or freeze? And then in the next video, we'll look at how do you reclaim that power? How do you shift this energy and really transform so deep, true empowerment returns, and with an empowerment, forgiveness can actually be accurate. Then once you have that power back, then true forgiveness can happen. Not spiritual junk food forgiveness, but deep, profound forgiveness. So when you connect to that individual again, or that situation again, or that event again, you will have accurate trauma-orienting responses. You will be aroused appropriately to the situation. For instance, if it was a family member that mistreated you, you can still love them, but you have that information in your database, so you know how to reconnect to them again in a way where the negative past does not have to repeat. So when you forgive, you can't do it from a disempowered state. You must do it from the reclaiming of your wholeness. And that's the deepest form of forgiveness. And that's when forgiveness is healthy. If you forgive from a disempowered state, the negative past can repeat. You missed out on the lesson. Sending you blessings and joy along the way.